I want to share with you here some footage and some information connected to Myrtle Beach, as right now they have declared a state of emergency as they continue to fight this massive fire that you see right here, one of which we don't have an exact cause of how it started. Here's another angle.
Okay. We got one of the structures endangering this time. We got a paint line, lit fire, and jet gun ready.
And a daytime clip here showing them fighting this blaze as it spreads. It should also be known that there is this plan that has been launched by Myrtle Beach to become a smart city. This was rolled out in September of 2024. It's over here on the Smart Cities World Initiative page, where you guys can check all this out, the information connected to it, showing that there is a plan in motion to change up this entire city. Also got a clip here of them blasting this in the news, kind of telegraphing what is to come from Myrtle Beach, talking about changing it into Meta Beach.
Plans to turn Myrtle Beach into Meta Beach. It's all part of making the city a smart city using new advanced technology. Our Ali Espinosa joins us live from downtown Myrtle Beach tonight, and Ali, city staff
I want to start off by giving all praises. Let me say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halal La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Racha Kodash. Double honors to my apostles, elder bishops, here in Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom to you few sisters as well that do tune into the lesson to get edified. May Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah bless you and your families to the elect. Alright. Quick video. As you can see, I played it, a lot of it a little bit. Myrtle Beach. It's out there where the brothers at. South Carolina. We're not the Zakbak. Alright, Shalom, bro. Once again, you know, I shouted you out in my last lesson as well, because I was doing a response to his video dealing with Sakari, or dealing with Al-Azhar and his scandal, wicked scandal. He said brothers was good, brothers was all right out there. That's good. Call halal la Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. But as you can see, so what E is doing, and it's evident, is that they're just burning the place down so they can build it back as a smart city, and that goes according to the Build Back Better plan. All right, the Great Reset. You see. So let me continue on in the video because it was getting a little bit of informational right here. So let me wind it back. This is Dabu, so let's continue.
City. Also got a clip here of them blasting this in the news, kind of telegraphing what is to come from Myrtle Beach, talking about changing it into Meta Beach.
Plans to turn Myrtle Beach into Meta Beach. It's all part of making the city a smart city using new advanced technology. Our Ali Espinosa joins us live from downtown Myrtle Beach tonight, and Ali, city staff are actually calling this the fourth industrial revolution. Talk about the ultimate upgrade. So what does that mean for us here in Myrtle Beach?
Rachel, the overall goal is to improve our quality of life here in Myrtle Beach, and city staff say they're working to do that through new technology, and it's all starting right here in downtown Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach.
It's the second fastest growing city in the entire country. From its 60-mile beach to hosting one of the biggest country music festivals, Myrtle Beach is no doubt an area that has a lot to offer, and plans to bring it to the next level are ahead.
What we're looking to do, or what we're trying to do here, is create an urban environment where technology can help us improve our experiences, whether it's the services you receive from your local government, the experiences you have as a tourist in our town or a visitor in our town, but also, you know, how we conduct business with our businesses.
Myrtle Beach Chief Innovation Officer Howard Waldy IV says he's been working to make Myrtle Beach a smart city since March of 2022. They're teaming up with Jennifer Hotai, co-founder of Ausverse and Grand Strand Web3 Guild. Their teams are wanting to make the city more advanced to improve the quality of life for you and your family and any Myrtle Beach visitors.
And as you can see,
Right.
this is the plan to transform Myrtle Beach into a smart city. What are the odds we have this massive fire bearing down on the whole region, wiping everything out, and we have plans for a smart city in the region? And you just heard they're going to call this Meta Beach. And don't get it twisted. They're trying to push it like it's going to be some great thing, some advancement to help everyone's lives. But what it's really set up to do is to track and trace your every move.
Right, and most importantly, it's a part of the beast system, or the image of the beast, which is going to deal with the micro sea hip. All right, which is Revelations 13:16. He calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in his right hand or in his forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. All right, it's for that mark of the beast, so that they can track you. So really, you know, whoever's clever, right, since, you know, this is the second time they done told on themselves on building these smart cities, they're just burning up the place. So if anybody's wise enough to look up where do they all want to put smart cities at, and then you can already be ahead of the chain of where they're going to burn the place down, you know. So, you know, E is building back. He's breaking down to build up. One with two words that came to my mind: controlled demolition. And I looked it up in Google. It says controlled demolition is to use explosives and systematically tear down a building or structure. It also known as explosion, right? How it works: explosives are placed in a specific sequence and detonated at a predetermined time. Now, they're not blowing shit up, or maybe they is, or they're just setting things on fire. They're taking a different approach instead of a controlled demolition, meaning an explosives. You know, that's what they, you know, did with the 9/11 thing. That was a controlled demolition. In their case, they're burning shit up because they know coming back from being burnt, but to tear down and build back better. Now, the scripture that you know, you brothers should already know, that come to mind right off the bat, like my man from Cali, off the back, right? It's the book of Malachi chapter 1 and 1. It says, the burden of the word of Yahweh to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith Yahweh, yet you say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragon of a wilderness. It says, whereas Edom say, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh, the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, the people against whom Yahweh have indignation forever. So let Esau set fire to the place and build smart cities. The Most High gonna throw it down. Or call halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All right, he gonna throw it down anyway. So they think that they're gonna control their destiny. No, scriptures tell us in the book of Job, right? This is the book of Job, chapter 14 and 4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. All right, you can't make something that's unclean to be clean, meaning you can't make kosher pork. All right, you can't turn around and say that shrimp is okay to eat. All right, because the Most High said that that's defiling. That's a defiled food. Those are foods that we're not supposed to put in our bodies. But you got the wicked, the wicked, the border of wickedness, Edom. He'll turn around and say that you can't eat it. You know, they got something called kosher pork, man. Right? Now here's my point. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. All right, so there's a boundary that this devil cannot pass. So as he go ahead and set fire to these places to build these smart cities, the Most High said he gonna throw down, man, because there's a boundary that he can't pass. The boundary that Edom is trying to pass is turning every last one of us into transhumans, meaning put micro sea hips inside of our bodies so that he could sit in the temple of the Most High and be as though he is the Most High. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. You know, so that's it for this video. Let's play the next one.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and we are live again this week. Now, I'm going to be talking about, there's a lot to break down today, and we're going to begin from, I'm going to take you back 2 or 3 days to Friday, and then I'm just going to move you through to where we are today and where this may go in the...
Let me bring this out before he continue. I haven't watched the video yet, but you know, this video is based on the brewing of World War III. So, you know, this is Habakkuk chapter 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
Coming days. So I'm not going to cover everything from Friday, including the video and the Oval Office, because I'm sure you've all seen it before. I've just grabbed a couple of screen shares here so that you can look at this, but I've got a lot to talk about, so I'm just going to whiz through this as quickly as possible. So this was the big interaction. You probably saw Zelensky absolutely blew up in the Oval Office. It was over every media outlet possible. There was also this interaction, and you know, there's a lot of things that are coming out now that have been translated here that took place.
Watched and seen the stories, and I know that what happens is you bring people, you bring them.
So this whole interaction was around saying that what he was doing was grabbing, you know, the Ukrainians were grabbing people off the street, etc., putting them into vans and stuff like that, and Zelensky was denying that. So he was saying that wasn't happening. Actually, I could show you 20, 30 videos that is happening, right? But I'm not going to get into that. It's irrelevant to the point. I'm just showing you a couple of things here that actually took place here. But I want to get on to, I made loads of notes over the weekend here. And the reason that got into such a heated fight or debate, whatever you want to say, I'm amazed no one has covered this, and I thought someone would have covered it over the weekend.
I wish he just hurried.
No one covered this.
God,
okay, so let me take you back. Damn. We all know about the minerals deal. It was all agreed. It was all over the, I wouldn't say the mainstream media, but it was over a lot of media and the White House media and things like that. And what was agreed, you can look into this now, don't take my word for it, look into it, okay? So what was agreed was that there was going to be a minerals deal, 50%, 50-50, and that the US would do the work, right? So they would take the minerals and Ukraine would get half the money, roughly. I'm sure it's more intricate than that, but that was roughly what was agreed. And everything was agreed. Zelensky asked for US military troops, and they said, you know, we're not going to announce that on the news, we don't want that live on the news. So what was actually said is that when it came to the cameras, that Zelensky basically didn't do anything that they'd agreed. He started asking for troops on the ground, we want military assistance as part of it. So that's why it didn't get signed. Even though he said he was going to sign it and he flew in to sign it, he basically did a rug pull at the last minute in front of the cameras. That's why Trump and Vance were so annoyed. Okay, so now you've got some context. And again, look into that. Don't take my word for it. You can see this in a lot of places, right? The media won't tell you that because they don't want you to actually see that aspect. So this is what took place. That's why they were annoyed. And here's the absurdity of this. Okay, you ready? Because I thought about this. Actually, this idea came to me in the middle of the night. I had to wake up and write it down. But the absurdity of it. Think about this. If the US is going to do that mineral deal, what do they have to do in the country? They have to put some sort of security there to protect the US interests. They're not going to invest hundreds of millions, probably billions of dollars into Ukraine to do all of this mining and collecting all the minerals. They're not going to do that unless they secure their sites, right? So they would have put troops or some sort of security in there anyway. Obvious, and they told Zelensky this, it was obvious. But what happened was Zelensky wanted live on TV, he was playing some sort of political game, I'm not exactly sure his angle, but I think it was probably to do with Europe and NATO. He wanted them to confirm that, so that's why he kept mentioning about troops, right? So if you haven't seen the full, there's about 2 or 3 hours of it, by the way. What you may have seen is either the 8-minute clip or the 45-minute segment, but there's a lot more. You can watch all of it, and you really see the man. And I want to distinguish something, because I feel as though most people are not distinguishing this. You have Ukraine, and then you have the president, right, Zelensky of Ukraine. So when you look at the polls, which I look at all the time, you see the support for Russia, and this is in Western countries, you see the support for Russia versus Ukraine, but then there's now polls on Zelensky and the Ukrainian people. So what you tend to see in general is that it's quite divided in terms of support, right? I know you wouldn't think that because of the media, but it's quite divided. But what isn't divided is when it comes to the support. They don't try and put anything in the polls around the support of Zelensky and the Ukrainian people. So I'll give you an example. I don't mind saying to you, I support Ukrainian people the same way I support Russian people.
All right, I haven't watched this video, so I thought he was gonna give me some bombshell news, because normally he come out with it, but it's cool. Probably got to watch a little more. Let's move on.
I refuse to bend the knee to their next endless war in Ukraine. I want peace. They want money and they want conflict, even if it means walking us into the brink of World War III, which frankly it is doing, and it's doing it rapidly.
See, and Trump was he promised to come in and what he was going to say to them was going to just boom, you know, take away them from going to war. When Britain and them wanted to go to war, NATO, you know, NATO. So it ain't no stopping this war, okay? Because it's biblical. So let me continue, Salakia.
Will have to send their sons and daughters exactly the same way as we are sending their sons and daughters to war, and they will have to fight, because it's NATO that we're talking about, and they will be dying.
First, we will keep the military aid flowing and keep increasing the economic pressure on Russia to strengthen Ukraine now. Second, we agreed that any lasting peace must ensure Ukraine's sovereignty and security.
All right.
And Ukraine must be at the table.
I left it unlocked.
All right.
Third, in the event of a peace deal, we will keep boosting Ukraine's own defensive capabilities to deter any future invasion. Fourth, we will go further to develop a coalition of the willing to defend a deal in Ukraine and to guarantee the peace. Not every nation will feel able to contribute, but that can't mean that we sit back. Instead, those willing will intensify planning now with real urgency. The UK is prepared to back this with boots on the ground and planes in the air. Together with others, Europe must do the heavy lifting. But to support peace in our continent and to succeed, this effort must have strong US backing. We're working with the US on this point after my meeting with President Trump last week. And let me be clear, we agree with the President on the urgent need for a durable peace. Now we need to deliver together. Finally, we agreed that leaders will meet again very soon to keep the pace behind these actions and to keep working towards this shared plan.
When the Lord said it's war, it's war. Think about fucking Pop Smoke. When it's war, we gonna up the score. it's a joke. If y'all brothers know, you know. Anyway, this Joel chapter 3 verse 9. The Lord said, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Right? And the Lord Ben put this out there years ago. All right? Because we understand prophecy. Armageddon. The Lord is going to destroy North America, man. By the ways of thermonuclear fire and by the concentrated fire of the angels and those chariots of Yahweh. All right. So the Lord said, beat your plowshares into swords. Now, mind you, they've been preparing for war for many years now. Korea got stronger, North Korea, China, all of these places, you know, which China always been strong, but they gotten stronger. You know, man, we've been doing videos for a few years, and I remember covering videos where Russia and China doing drills together, you know, running down the hills. So they've been preparing. The Lord, look, this prophecy is going to take place. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all you heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thou mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. All right, Yahweh's Mashaphat, meaning the Most High's judgment, because it's the Father's will to gather these nations together. As they prepare to fight each other in the midst, the Lord is going to come by, he's going to come through, and he's going to wipe them out according to Esdras' vision that he saw. That's prophecy. When he said he saw like a mountain, but it wasn't. He said that yet there's fight, you know. Then he turned them into ashes. You know, he opened his mouth and a blast of fire came out, man. So anyway, put ye in a sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. And what is their wickedness? What is the main goal? What is the main goal for the wicked and these other nations today? Is to establish an NWO. They come all to one consent. Starting with the head honcho Edom, down to the rest of the other nations like Ishmael, Ham, all those that sit at those tables, they all agree together. And their plan is to have these smart cities, everybody a transhuman, you know, having this sort of power and control over our existence, man. They already have power and control because they are the government, which government goes into mind control, but they want to have the control like the Most High. They want to be able to be inside your body, you know. They want to change the way we live, put AI technology, robots to take over the jobs. They want us to stay home, collect the UBI, Universal Basic Income. Listen, they all come together with one consent. So their wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Yahweh also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem. And the heavens and the earth shall shake, but Yahweh will be the hope of his people, and their strength of the children of Israel. So shall you know that I am Yahweh, your God, your power, dweller in Zion, my holy mountain, I mean the Most High's government. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no stranger pass through her anymore. Now remember, Israel, Zion, is a people before a place. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Okay? So the Lord is talking about he's a God to his people. He's a government. He's the God of the universe. But he has chosen one people who he favored and made special. And who he's going to make to be the true righteous judges of this earth. Starting with the number one elect, Yahushua, which is of the tribe of Judah. A so-called Negro. All right? So let's play. I'll play a little more and I'll end it.
Are at a crossroads in history today. This is not a moment for more talk. It's time to act, time to step up and lead, and to unite around a new plan for a just and enduring peace. Thank you.
Heard from President Zelensky. He said he does not think that he owes President Trump an apology for what happened inside the Oval Office today. Do you feel otherwise?
I do, because you guys don't see, you guys only saw the end. You saw what happened today. You don't see all the things that led up to this. So let me explain. The president's been very clear.
Yeah, I think he's saying that he do owe President Trump an apology, because according to the other report that I played before this video, he was saying how they agreed, Zelensky had agreed to, I guess, for certain talking points. And then when the camera came on, he switched up. And that's why we heard the arguing back and forth, because he didn't agree fully. So, you know, that's that. I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you were edified. Just a quick report, you know, World War III brewing, you know, Armageddon on his way. Salvation is nearer than when we believe. So call Halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, which means all praises to the Heavenly Father Yahweh in the name of his Son Yahweh Shai. Double honors to my apostles, elder bishops here in Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom.